we're back. I'm looking at at exercise 13A, which is one of the assignments for this week. Also, I wanted to point your attention to this right here. I'm going to zoom in on this a little bit. No. Um, Note this here. If anybody wants a little extra practice, Pearson, the publisher of this book, has a website called phschool.com. You go to that website and you'll see that there's a place that you can plug this web code into, JFD0013, and that gives you a chance to actually practice some online exercises having to do with this chapter. So I urge you to do that. Go check that out. Let's see. Okay, so 13A is just questions on the story, which I just read or translated for you in another video. So we'll look at that first. And I'm just going to do, say, the first two questions of this just to get you started, okay? So the first question we see here is right here. Quid Cornelii faciebant? Now, in the previous video, I said that Cornelii is not Cornelius. That's the name of the whole family. They are together or collectively, they are called the Cornelii. So the question is, what were the Cornelii doing? Facio facere means to do or to make. So here it's past tense with a BA once again. What were the Cornelii doing? Now we go back to the story and we can find the answer in the very first sentence. Meanwhile, the Cornelii were making a journey or were traveling along the Appian Way. Easy, done. That's number one. You don't need to include the meanwhile because you want to answer the question as literally as possible. What were they doing? The Cornelii, the Cornelii were traveling along the Appian Way. Now, per usually means through, but when it's used with a road or a street or something like that, we often say along the Appian Way. You don't travel through a street, you travel along a street. Question number two, 13A. The cur means why. So why, and then you have to read the whole thing through really to have it make sense. Read every word and don't take it word by word, but rather read the whole thing through. The question is, Cur Cornelius serum identidem ubebat equos incitare. So when you put that all together, it's why was Cornelius ordering Cyrus, he's the coachman, right, to urge on the horses again and again. So again, the word order is a little bit different than we would have it in English, but when you put it all together, that's what it means. Why was Cornelius, or why did Cornelius keep ordering, or why was Cornelius ordering Cyrus again and again to urge on the horses? Let's see where we can find that. Okay, and there it is right in the second sentence. Note what it says here. Cornelius, because, quote, he wanted to arrive to the city or at the city in 3 days. That's an ablative of time when, by the way, or no, time within which, within 3 days. He kept ordering Cyrus again and again to urge on the horses. So, you could say, let's write it out. First, let's write the first one out. The first one was Cornelii. Let's get the wording again. Per viam appiam iter faciebunt. That's number one. Number two, let's get these lined up. Number two, again, the question was, Cur Cornelius serum identidem ubebat equos incitare. If you could type that out, that would be helpful to me. I'm not going to type out the question myself just for the sake of brevity here. But why was he doing it? I'll write out the whole answer. Cornelius, and then we'll use the question to guide my answer. Cornelius serum identidem ubebat equos incitare. I'm going to write that all out. Cornelius serum identidem ubebat equos incitare. Now, for every cor, we need a quod. For every y, we need a because. Quod, and then we go back to the story again. Quod ad urbem tribus diebus advenire volebat. So altogether, Cornelius kept ordering Sirus again and again to urge on or spur on the horses because he wanted to arrive at the city in 3 days. That's 13a. Another video will, I'll make another one for 13c in a second because that'll probably take a little bit more time.